And welcome to the Decade of Honor press conference. Tonight we got a lot of matches, and it's time to break them all down to get you ready for next Thursday night. So, further ado, let's talk about the first match. And this one I'm going to be looking forward to very closely because it is going to be Josh Wolf taking on Michael Blackheart in a Iron Man matchup. 15 minutes will be on the clock. Let's start off with our first contestant in this matchup, Michael Blackheart. It has finally gotten down to this. Blood has been shed, likely for not for you, but for Josh Wolf. And what's going through your head before this ultimate battle next Thursday?
A lot is going through my head right now. I've got to think, and I got to be ready. But every single thing has come down to this. 15 minutes in hell. I am going to rain down upon Josh. This ends. This ends next week. I'm going to beat him once and for all, and then I'm going to move up because I am purely the better man. I've always been the better man. And once I make him bleed one more time, I am going to break him. I'm going to break him for every single bit he's worth, right down to his spirit. Because I got all the time in the world, because it's 15 minutes. Once this is all said and done, I move on. I can move on to better things, because I know I can. Because I can carry this brand, and I can carry this company to the pinnacle. And that, my friends, it's just the beginning.
One thing I'd have to say though, Blackheart, what if Josh Wolf does get the victory over you in this big momental show? I mean, you've been here for the whole decade of Code of Honor, and this is a special show, a special event for you. And imagine if Josh Wolf was to beat you on this big night.
There is no moment more shines brighter because it's 10 years of COH. I've been doing this for 10 fucking years. I've bled in this ring. I've given so much to this company. I've, I've put my all to this. My heart, my soul. I would be deeply disappointed if I lost. I am sometimes a man who has everything to gain and nothing to lose. And when I think of that mantra, there is nobody better than me. I am at a whole new fucking level. I am going to rip him apart. Then some. I'm going to enjoy it. I am going to revel in every bit that I am. And all of you are going to witness it. As it's going to be the biggest moment in history. It's going to be the best fucking match on this card. Or fucking none. And you better fucking tune in, who's ever listening out there. Because I'm going to put my all into it. I know Joshua will, despite him lacking in that mental lately. A little bit of mind games, if you will. But that's enough for now. I believe I've had my time. I will bid you all adieu.
Well, Josh, you heard what he had to say. This is a big one. One of the biggest matches of your career. And what are you thinking going into this?
Mind games. That's so fucking funny. You know what? I got a game of my own, Blackheart. A nice little game of my own. It's called a pound of flesh. Now, you took that from me at Endgame. But now you have a debt to pay. And I will get my pound of flesh next week. I am going to give you more than my all. I'm going to give you every inch of my life that I can provide. Because this isn't just about me and you anymore. No, no, no. You had to drag the people I care about into this. You're lucky, Blackheart. You're lucky I've managed to hold on to a little bit of my sanity to prevent you from losing your friends. But now, I don't need to mess with Chase to get to you. Next week, Blackheart, you're gonna pay your debts. A pound of flesh. You owe me a pound of flesh, and I'm going to take it. Have a good night.
And see you gentlemen tomorrow night on Overdrive for the big Black Friday matchup. We'll talk more about that when we get to Swift and Windsor, but Wolf and Baltimore will be at ringside just as much as Chase Owens, and that's going to be something tomorrow night on Overdrive. Don't miss it. But let's talk more about tonight's Rise, because tonight Rise, we saw Mike Angel make a statement against Cyanide. And that was one hell of a matchup, but Mike Angel wasn't just looking for victory. He was looking to settle the score, so he ignored this tag team matchup. And he went after Cyanide, and that's going to be a big matchup indeed. And I'm pulling for Mike Angel. I don't know if he's going to win, personally, but I hope he does well against the big freak of nature. Well, I'm being told that we need to get to Psycho G. Psycho G,
Yeah.
I understand you brought reinforcements tonight here at the press conference.
I didn't bring nobody. I didn't bring anyone. He just came. He just came here with me. I don't know why he's here. I don't even know if he talks or anything. But he's just kind of here. I don't know. Oh, for context, a cop came with me tonight just because I started a fight in the police precinct. I did nothing. Nothing wrong. I broke no laws. I defended myself, yet I got arrested for nothing. Why didn't you know that from personal experience, I assume? Like, what the fuck did I do? Like, this stupid idiot decided because he got out of a jail cell and he happened to see me at a police precinct. Mind you, I wasn't going to do shit with you. I wasn't there for you. I was dealing with my own business. My life does not revolve around Angel Perkins Harris's suffering, much as I would like it to. It does not. So, like, the reason I'm arrested right now, if we're being honest, is because of a stupid idiot. Where is the stupid idiot? Let's have a talk with the stupid idiot, because I know the cop brought him in here too. Where's he at?
I have been informed by my lawyer that I shall not speak in a reprehensible manner at this time.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy because you started it, though.
I know.
This is on you, not me. I did nothing wrong. And can you admit that for the people right now?
So why were you there?
Admit to the people that.
Hold on. Question.
Because I was dealing with personal business that has nothing to do with you. My life does not. Yes. Is that
you happen to be there in the exact same police department that I got put in jail for.
You know what? No. You know what? Screw you. I don't got time for this. I'm going to go try to get out of here. I'm going to go talk to our general manager, and I'm going to go home. The only reason I'm here right now is to look you in the eyes and tell you, even if I'm in jail for an extra few days, I'm going to kick you in your fucking head and leave your lifeless corpse in the middle of that fucking ring, you stupid son of a bitch.
Oh, wow. Well, it is indeed a death match, and APH, you speak on this. Have you ever been a part of a match like this?
I've been in Extreme Rules, No Holds Barred, Purge Rules. Never once have I stepped into the realm of the death match. The barbed wire, the thumbtacks, the glass, the murderous intent, the mayhem. I've never been through that world, and I know that's his world, but the problem is, I don't care. Like, you gotta understand something here, Lions. I did that for a reason. I needed to get that out of my system. Now, I don't wish for him to be locked up right now. Quite frankly, I hope that somebody pays his bill. If I could, I would. Because I don't want him to have any excuses when he is laying in that ring next week in Madison Square Garden. See, my entire thing is this. Even today, you heard it. You heard the phone call. Oh, my guy, Tony Merton, was telling me my father put me in jail. Can you understand that, Lines? He put me in jail.
For your own
His
safety.
Police? Fuck that. Fuck the for my own safety bullshit. He put me in there so I could say no to this match. He knew that there was still time. The contract has yet to be signed. I think Psycho G signed it. I have yet to sign it because I've been locked the fuck up. And so just waiting for my signature, and I can just say no to it at any time without any legal repercussions. That's what my dad did. He put me in there, gave me a weekend to think, hey, let's think about this. You don't need to go through this. But you know what he did? He made things worse. Now I'm blood hungry. I want his head on a silver platter. I want his head on my wall as a little trophy. Pops, listen, I know you're listening to right now because you love listening to Hard Mic. You love listening to people talk shit. So, Dad, hear me now. What you did made me worse. But I want to thank you. Because now, it's going to be your fault that Psycho G's head is left on a platter right in front of your doorstep. You really think that just because he's family, I'm supposed to give a shit? How many people in this world have been told that they have to deal with toxic individuals just because they're family? They're blood. Oh, you're not supposed to be saying this about this person? He's family. You're not supposed to be like this around this guy. He's family. He's your blood. Psycho G lost that the minute he decided to put hands on my father and punt kick him straight to a hospital bed. He ain't blood. But a little spill. Madison Square Garden, my home, my domain, my world. Next week at Decade of Honor, I'm going to ensure that Psycho G is left laying, beaten, battered, dead. I made myself a promise that I would kill Psycho G. And if that means I have to do it in my hometown, don't damn be it. So Patrick, please bring all the glass you can. Bring all the thumbtacks you can. Because at the end of the day, all that's going to end up inside of your head.
That's just kind of fucking weird.
No, really. Me stabbing
it's
you
just
in the
kinda
throat with glass?
Sorry.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say something completely different. But, you know, you do whatever you think you're going to do. Because a lot of the time you are nothing more than a failure. If we're being honest.
Oh, really? Says
No,
the
like,
guy
that's
who's
what
never...
get down to
Hold
the
on.
nitty-gritty, though. Let's just
Says
get
the
down
guy
to
who's
it.
never been world champion.
Oh, that's
Yet I have
hilarious.
been
At least I've
champion
not had the
twice.
failure. Oh man, that's crazy. You did it twice. And both times you were an egotistical little bitch, and both times you failed the family. So whose fault is that exactly? I would rather not fail my family. Oh man, I may have issues with them, but at least I'm not recognized as an open failure. Don't talk shit to me. Don't talk shit because you're a former world champion. You see, your world championship reigns are non-existent defenses, if we're being honest, because the only one you have is against fucking Crude. Crude, who at the end of the day is Christian fucking Crude. So it's kind of like, well, what the fuck do you expect me to say here? What do you want from me what do you want me to say here? Oh man, Angel Perkins Harris, he's such a great guy, I'm intimidated. You're a fucking little bitch who I've already beaten.
Truth be told, the only reason I brought up me having no two title reigns because you look at me as a failure. That's what you just said.
I mean, if we're going to be honest, let's look at it. You let your father get kicked in the head. You're a failure of a son. You're a failure as a representative of this family. So what else am I supposed to say, Angel? I'm done here. You're done here. Officer, you can now take us both away. I'm not dealing with this.
Come back here.
No. You see, we were given a time frame of when we can talk, or we would go back to jail. So we're done now.
Just look at me. If I'm a failure, as much as you think that I am, I'm going to show the reason why I'm the exact opposite next week. Next week's not about wins, losses. Hell, I don't even care if on the record books it says I beat you. Care about wins and losses right now. The only thing I care about is hurting you. So at the end of the day, that's all this is. I'm here to hurt you, name you, dismember you. That's all this is. Officer, you can take me away. I'm done. See you in New York, motherfucker.
Well, next week it is going to be a death match at the Decade of Honor, and we got so much more to cover here as we're going to talk about a big match coming up for the Tag Team Championships. It's going to be the BME taking on Aaron and Jack Hunter, and definitely will have my eye on this one as the Tag Team titles will be on the line. 10 years of championship being defended on big nights. No bigger night than this. I think BME are definitely in the building here tonight to address the Tag Team Champions.
I'm here.
Yeah, man. So you saw Aaron, you saw Jack Hunter. You've heard what they had to say. They've been ruling with an iron fist as Tag Team Champions. Do you have a shot at bringing those gold home at Decade of Honor?
To be honest with you, you know what, TB? I'm gonna let you take it away, because if I say something, Lord knows I'm gonna be disrespectful. So you go ahead and take it from me, buddy.
You see, if you heard anything I said earlier, I'm quite aggravated. See, I was told that after our match last week, that I should not even think about stepping in that ring at Decade of Honor. You know how mad that makes me? Me and Preppy have worked so damn hard to get to this point, and now you're telling me that I might not even be able to do that? Are you serious? After everything, after week of us putting ourselves out there with Chris Aaron, giving him the best 2 matches of his entire COH career, you're telling me that we can't go out there and take what's ours? That pisses me off. That pisses me off. So, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go. I don't know. I want to. I don't give a damn if it ends my career. I want to. We deserve it. We deserve it. So, against orders or not, my ass is going to be out there. I'm going to be out there. And we are going to beat Jack and Chris Aaron for those tag team titles.
Preach.
That's what's going to happen next week.
Man,
Nothing else. Nothing else. That is it.
You guys have been through a lot of obstacles, and it'd be awesome to see you guys actually achieve the dream of becoming Tag Team Champions and hold those titles with prestige, you know, because they are undisputed. You'll be on both brands if you win them, and I know Jack and Aaron has been on top tier as of late. This will be a very interesting matchup. Prep, you got anything to say about it? One last time.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna say this. They done enough talking. You know I don't talk that much. But we finna celebrate a decade of COH. A decade. And I guarantee you this. They're gonna have to kill us to keep those tag titles, because we're gonna do everything in our power to take them. I don't care if I have to fight them in the streets. They're getting all this work. Those titles are coming home to us. It's not a damn thing they can do about it. They're lucky we don't pull up tomorrow and beat their ass, to be honest. But you know what? I'm going to save all that when we see them. Those titles come home to us regardless.
Well, there you have it. The tag titles will be on the line next week at Decade of Honor. Who comes out winning the gold when it's all said and done? Now let's move on to the next 2 big uprising bouts that you definitely do not want to miss. First off, Morgan Reed taking on Brittany Blake. It has now become a street fight. This is the only way to settle the score, and it's happening at Decade of Honor. And now, after that match, it's another match I have my eyes set on from the fashion show to the ring. We're going to see Amber Reed's career on the line against Corey Rose. Amber Reed has done so much here in Code of Honor and so much for the Uprising division, and it's all at stake. I guarantee you, if you're a fan of Amber Reed, if you've seen any Amber Reed matchup, this is a must-watch. This could be the very last time you see Amber Reed in a ring, but she is fighting for her own rights to never be in court with Corey Rose, because I'm telling you right now, if she loses, not only she's out of a job, but she'll be in court for years to come. And that's where nobody wants to be. So Amber Reed, if she loses, will be the very last time you'll see her in Uprising and Code of Honor. And definitely a big match. Of course, we talked about the Psycho G and APH match. So let's talk about another match that's just been added here tonight. Dalton Thunder versus Richie Rich. And I do believe they are in the building here tonight. First off, let's talk to Dalton Thunder.
Yeah.
You walked away. You let it happen here tonight. Was that strategy going into Decade of Honor?
I mean, why not weaken him up? You know, he's the one who called me out. So let's see if he really is what he talks about. I mean, he was going to get hit with the better move. And I was like, I had to stop that. Because that's for me to do. But then I figured, why not? Why not make him look like a loser, like he is, before our match? So I walked away.
Well, there's no walking away at Decade of Honor. You've been shown that you fight no matter what obstacles are in your way. So this was shocking when I first saw you walk away in this matchup to prove a point. I did not expect that from you.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta think smarter, not harder.
Well, I do believe we have the DOW camp, Richie Rich, alongside Townsend. Richie Rich, you heard what he had to say about it all tonight. The controversy is now over. Now you know his reasoning for what he did. Care to respond to it?
Can't respond, man. Can't respond. You see, if I was in his shoes, I would have done the same damn thing. Weaken the other opponent up, right? Cool. Let it be known, there's 4 of the best competitors in that ring tonight. And it's going to come down to 2 of the very best that the TV division has to offer, right? Me versus Dalton Thunder over here. More like Pirate Thunder, depending on the guy.
All right, we're going there. All right.
Hey, you could have won the match yourself, but you decided to turn and walk away like a little punk bitch.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could have won that match yourself, went into it with a little bit of momentum, but instead you walked away. So, I'm not really catching the vibe of this here, you know. But instead, I understand your reasoning. Weaken me up, whatever. While I laid there in defeat because, you know, Mr. Tyler decided to pin me and win the match. As I laid there in defeat and as I walked to the back, I noticed a tone switch, no pun intended, of the crowd. It's almost like they respected me. It's almost like they actually like what I'm doing. I mean, Townsend, I mean, come on.
I'm going to cut you off right there, Richie. The crowd noise, don't listen to it. That's the first mistake of whatever you're about to do. What we're going to talk about is not tonight. We're going to talk about your matchup with Dalton Thunder here. Because tonight, you're not going to have JT or Preppy in your matchup when it comes down to you and Dalton here. It's going to be the 2 of you. And Dalton proved that he will walk away from a fight. You're in his head, Richie Rich. You're in his head, and you're in everyone else's head, thanks to the tutelage of me.
That is hilarious.
Like I walked my ass straight in and I tell everyone your name, and your name is burnt into their synapses. Everyone's remembering Richie Rich, and it's in Dalton Thunder's head too. He thought you were too big of a challenge, Richie. The crowd making noise, that's nothing that you should be listening to. Okay, Richie, you don't need to be listening to what the crowd say. What you need to listen to, what I say.
Oh.
And what I'm saying is, you're already winning the mental bout with Dalton Thunder over here. Come Decade of Honor, it's going to be easy. It's going to be another W for the Diamonds of War, and it's all thanks to my tutelage of you, Richie.
That's hilarious. I walk away from a fight, but right before this, hey Lions, do you remember who I was fighting before Richie? Can you like refresh everyone's mind real quick? Because I know you remember.
I mean, why are you asking the question? You're still feeling the effects of that.
He's obviously still got Richie Rich.
Looks like cyanide's done more damage than I thought.
It's no secret. I have a bad eye. I have a bad arm. Hell, I even have a bad knee.
It's not cyanide, Lions. It's Richie Rich in his head. Let's be real here. Okay?
For being real, I couldn't give a shit about Richie Rich. All right?
If this guy's asking obvious questions, then he's obviously a fucking idiot, and he should fucking pipe down when I'm.
All right, Townsend, I need you to shut the fuck up.
Mouth,
shut the fuck up. This is between me and Richie. Next week, it is between me and Richie. Where are you gonna be when it's me and Richie? You're gonna be in the back watching the TV. That's where it's gonna be. I need you to shut the fuck up.
You shut your whole mouth when you speak to me, child. You understand that, right? You shut your whole mouth. You don't come tell me to shut up.
Well, you are going to be a part of this, all right? It's going to be me and Richie.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not listening to you. I'm going to talk about Richie Rich and Richie Rich alone. I ain't giving you fucking
TV time. It's about Richie Rich versus Dalton Thunder, not Richie Rich and Townsend.
Your ass. Hell, I've been brought here to be asked
these questions. This is hilarious. This man's listening to the crowd more than he is you. This man listens to the crowd before he does.
You walked away. What, the fans are going to see this triumphant guy who...
I wondered where all the turkey went.
Walked away. God damn. Are we talking about turkey now?
We was 2 weeks ago, and I wondered where it all went, and then you showed up.
About his thoughts on the World Cup.
Okay. You keep inserting yourself in this like you matter. You do not matter in any of this.
Bro, I don't even know who the fuck you were 5 minutes ago. Anyway.
That is a complete lie, if I'm being honest.
That is a complete lie, because I don't give a fuck enough about you to tell the truth. Anyway, I'm going to tell you this for free. No one gives a fuck what Dalton Thunder has to say. All people care about is
no one gives a fuck what Townsend has to say. You've been hating for months. Every time you yapping, no one fucking listens or cares.
I've been hated for years.
I'm just entertaining you.
I've been doing this for so long. Now, hear what I'll say again, Dolan. Shut up. I'm talking. When I'm gone, you can run your mouth, because I don't want to listen. I'm not here to listen. No one's here to listen to Dalton Thunder. Should I tell you something? When Dalton Thunder has a match, I get given footnotes from my agent, because I can't be bothered to watch that shit, because I'll be sleeping. I'll be sleeping when a Dalton Thunder thing is on, because I'm sleeping. I'm going, well, that's me. I'm fucking sleeping through that shit, bro. Now listen up.
This is great, because you're gonna be like the eyes on with Richie Rich.
Did we just catch a Pokemon? Was that Snorlax?
I don't listen to fucking Dalton Thunder. I sleep during Dalton Thunder matches, because I am staying wide awake for Richie Rich, because I love that man.
It is gonna be great when you see him on the ground, because you want to get involved in his shit, and he can't do shit alone now.
I've been helping him.
Let the man talk, Townsend. Goddamn, let him talk for himself.
Be quiet.
Let him talk. Let Rich say his thing, all right? Just let him talk.
You say you let him.
Jesus.
Shut the fuck up.
You've had enough.
You say
We've had enough of you. We've seen enough.
You say you let him speak.
Richie Rich, take the mic. Take the mic, Rich.
You let him speak and you do this.
All of you, please.
This is feeling more versus me versus Townsend, and if I wanted to do that, I would fucking get drunk.
Dalton.
Oh, an alcohol joke, that's funny.
Townsend, please, let me speak. For once. Dalton's right. For once, he's actually right. Come next week. Do me a solid, please. A DOW solid. You and Tora. Stay in the back.
Rishi, I'm going to cut you off again because you do not know what's best for business or at all what's best for the
Oh, I thought you didn't watch Dual Thunder matches. I thought I wasn't important. That wasn't important. You're making enemy by himself, could he not?
Make you better, Richie Rich, and I can't make you better when you tell me what you want because what you want is wrong.
That's
what you
hilarious.
want is wrong.
This
You need to
man don't
listen
watch
to
Dual
me.
Thunder matches, yet he's scared of me.
Who's scared of who?
You think Richie Rich can't beat me by himself?
Time out.
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying that he needs me there.
What's best
Oh.
for me?
I
Listen,
thought he was your guy. I thought he was good enough on his own. Now he
Wow,
needs you.
look
Now
at
he
this,
needs
guys.
you.
The shades of armor of DOW is starting to crack.
I kept myself so quiet for you, Richie Rich, and you came in talking about fans and what they were making the sounds of. You don't want to listen to what the fans sound.
See,
That's illusion right there,
It sounds
Richie.
like, Townsend, it sounds like your
Fans
boy
can
isn't
get you
really
where
your
you are
boy
here.
anymore.
I did. I don't know why Dalton Thunder's still talking. Can someone do something about that man, please?
Because this is his match and not yours.
He does have a point.
That's fine, big man.
Down. I'm here. Well, okay. What match am I doing at Decade of Honor? I feel I've done quite enough for COH.
It's because you're not important. You don't matter. You do not matter here, and you've never mattered ever.
Oh.
Anyway,
he's swinging for the fences.
Let me have a word. Let me have my word, okay?
Richie, I'm going to let you talk, but if you, the moment it goes south, I'm jumping back in.
Okay. First things first, Dalton. For one, I think you're a hell of a competitor. Hell of a competitor. I called you out for that reason. Because I wanted a challenge. I wanted that challenge for myself. For my own mental gain. For the fact that I felt that there was something inside of me that could be better. There's got to be that one opponent that could bring out the good and bad of Richie Rich. And that's you. That is strictly you. Now, Townsend, I chose this not as a test for DOW, but for Richie Rich, the Black Diamond himself. So please, out of the kindness of my heart, let me do this. You seen my work. You seen what I can put on. One-on-one matches. You've seen it before. Let me do this. No shenanigans. Strictly code of honor. Please.
That's right.
He's gonna make
That's what it's all about.
He's gonna make his own mistakes. That's what I keep on telling myself. Right. You can do this on your own, Richie Rich. But if you come back to me as a failure, God help you. Because people will weep. People will weep, Richie, if you fail me. When I say people, you know who I'm talking about. And that's just between me and you. People will weep. Now,
Rich, if you do lose, there will be no going back to Townsend. Why? Because I respect you. I don't think you need him. You've stepped face to face with me, and not many people have done that. I respect you for it. I don't want to say it, but I do. I don't respect Townsend for inserting himself in this shit, and that's why I want you to leave. And you're listening to the crowd more than you're listening to him, so you're on the right path. And I know you respect me, and I know this means shit to you. So I am telling you right now that you do not need DOW.
Between the roster and myself, I want to give a little bit of an inside scoop as to what my brain was thinking when I decided to go up against Tone. When I decided to take Tone's challenge, I didn't care the repercussions. I didn't care if I got injured. What made me want to take that talent, what made me wanted to take that match with Tone, is to actually prove myself. Do I have that ruthless aggression? Do I have that violence and more violence in my soul that I once had? I didn't care about winning or losing. I just wanted to feel that violence again. And Dalton, next week, I'm bringing hell, fire, and brimstone with me. I'm bringing that violence. I'm bringing that rage. I'm bringing that anxiety. I'm bringing that pain. I'm bringing the Black Diamond style that I've been known that I can bring. So Dalton,
I expected no less.
Out of respect and out of honor, I'm giving you 100% Black Diamond Richie Rich.
That. See, when you let him speak, he says nice shit. I've been waiting to hear this, and I couldn't because you kept cutting him off, Townsend. This is what I wanted, and now I finally got it. So, Rich, thank you for your message, but you're gonna need 110 when it comes to me.
I'm looking forward to that. And since we got him back here tonight, Mike Angel, you're in the building, if I'm not mistaken. Any last words for Sinai before your battle next week at Decade of Honor?
Well. You know what happened tonight? Shout out to Cleargate. Whatever, he got that win. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Jack Lawson, I apologize that I wasn't there by your side. But baby, let me clearly state that this is not personal. Jack Lawson. Me and Sinai here. We got a thing going on, and baby, this thing is gonna come to a head at Decades of Honor. Sinai, I want you to. I am not any of your opponents. I am the sus god, and the sus god doesn't back down from anybody, baby. You've seen that tonight. Yeah, we went toe to toe. Yeah, we went face to face. But you see, got my boots on and I got your hair attached to my boots. I play dirty. I don't fight fair. You're gonna learn next week at the home of the Sus God, Madison Square Garden. You wanna know why? I'll tell you why. Because I am the Sus God, the Sus King, the Sus One. The iconic, the psychotic, the exotic, Sinai. And what else? The man that fucks your mama's body while your wife waits her turn on her. Robbie. Sinai, I hope you're ready. Because at Madison Square Garden, you will be facing the best showman on the planet, Mike Angel. And that, Sinai, is too sus.
That's right. It's always great to have Mike Angel here at the press conference. Is he able to climb that mountain to success? We'll find out when he takes on Cyanide at Decade of Honor. But moving forward, let's talk about another match that definitely will be one for the ages. 10 years with the Code of Honor World Heavyweight Championship belt, the historic prestige, it's all on the line. And Carlos Corvo, you witnessed firsthand on what the axe murderer Carter Blackwell is capable of as he threw Eddie Reed off the rails onto the concrete floor, and now Reed is in critical condition. What is going through your head as it's reached to new lows and to this absolute boiling point?
I mean, I want to make Carter pay for what he did to Eddie. I want to beat the. I want to make sure that when we get in that ring, and I beat the shit out of him with every ounce of strength I have in my body.
Yeah. I can tell you're emotional right now. I can see it. I hope Reed's gonna be okay. You know, like when I said this is like a Rocky movie just playing out in front of us, it's no joke. The axe murderer is dangerous. And I hope you could survive his wrath, because we've seen him almost end the career of Brett Curtis, putting him through pain and torture at Endgame. And then what he did tonight to Eddie Reed, I mean, you gotta be careful, Corvo. You're one of the best boxing athletes we've ever seen. Oh man, this will be the first time telling you this. You gotta watch out for your own safety against Carter Blackwell.
I know, but after what he did to Eddie, I just can't. keep my emotions in check right now.
Well, next week, it's going to be Corvo taking on Carter Blackwell, the Axe Murderer from Australia. Will Corvo bring the world title to Chile for the very first time? Or will the Axe Murderer, Reign of Terror, continue at Decade of Honor? And now let's go down to our next match, as this one is one that I'll definitely be watching, as it wouldn't be a 10-year anniversary show in a Decade of Honor without a man who's been here since the decade started, and Tone White teaming up with 2TM, taking on Stars on Fire. And Tone White tonight was the invisible hand, was not in the building, but still helped 2TM get the victory in a handicap match. And Tone White, I think you're here.
I am. Hi. Hello.
You were watching from home. We got you via satellite. And what do you think about what happened tonight in that handicap match?
They played mind games with two men who know how to play them better. And the problem is that, you know, I could say we were sitting here plotting this. And I could say, oh, we didn't. But I'm never going to give you the actual truth. Because that would give them, you know, leverage. And we can't afford that. So tonight what happened to them is what will happen to them next week. They're going to get beaten, brutalized, and victimized by the top two athletes in this genre, in this sport. And, you know, I didn't get to speak on, you know, a couple weeks ago facing Richie Rich, and I am able to give him his props for giving me quite the fight that one of the younger top tier talent have done. He has solidified his place, in my personal opinion, as someone that we can possibly lean on in the future to carry this brand whenever I decide to leave, which will be never, because obviously why would I? And something he said tonight kind of popped in my head, and it's actually something I didn't mention when I was facing him. You know, after the match, you know, I always let the opponent lead before me, you know, so I can, you know, go talk to the fans a little bit. And I was walking up the ramp, and, you know, our fans are the hardcore of the hardcore fan. You know, they follow us every week. They watch, you know, they pay attention to Twitter, and they pay attention to the dirt sheets and all that nonsense. And a fan stopped me. He was like, "Hey, Tone." And I was like, "Hey, you know, we got a picture, obviously." And he was like, "Man, that Richie Rich kid sure is something, isn't he?" And I said, "Yeah, he's extremely talented." And he said, a fan said to me, and I'll never forget this, he said, out of the almost 10 years that I've been watching this company, I haven't seen someone as good as him this early. And I said, wow. And he said he has all the tools. He just needs to apply them. And then we got talking about work rate and all that nonsense. But I think what we have is a collection of the two greatest rosters with Overdrive and Rise, and two greatest athletes with me and 2TM against two of the dirt worst people on the face of this earth in Thomas Starr and Alex Shaffer. You know, Starr sat on stage and he delivered what he called a pipe bomb, where I didn't understand anything he was saying because his British accent came out, and I just can't. And something that, you know, he just kept alluding to, where, you know, it should have been him, and we pushed a new guy, you know, the same old, same old. And every time someone does this, I point, you know, these points out because they're quite important. I say, you say we pushed a new guy. You say, we say where the new guys are at. We have 5 of them with Team Perk Angle. You say we never push anybody new. We have 5 of them with Team Perk Angle. You say, It's always the same people in the same spots. I haven't been near a world title in months. Neither has Lions, neither has Devlin, neither has Blackheart. You know, these people like to talk a lot, and I appreciate them talking. But if they talk, I would like them to at least acknowledge that they're wrong. And something that me and 2TM are going to do is make them acknowledge that they are wrong by defeating them in the ring in New York in the same building on episode 100, where I retained my World Heavyweight Championship and won the TV title. We're going to do that because that is what we do. And I fully believe that at the end of the night, once the chips fall where they may, we're going to have the greatest night in the history of COH.
I totally agree, man. It's emotional just thinking about it. 10 years of Code of Honor. You've been here since the beginning, Tone, and you've seen a lot of great stars come and go, and a lot of
I've seen a lot of
history.
great stars come here. I've seen a lot of mediocre never was as leave. You can correct that.
And if anybody supports 2TM being around here, continuing to add to our history, if anybody agrees with him staying here and being a part of our brand, it's Tone White.
Yep. He only does good for what we're trying to do. And the fact that two people who have never been and never will be around and never will be ever people who are ever at a prominent spot is insane. You know, people like Thomas Starr complain when Jordan Brooks broke my arm and then became world champion and then went on a run that no one had seen. You know, people complained when, people like Thomas Starr and others complain, oh, it's always you, Tone. You never do anything. You never put any of the other older people over or newer people over. I don't have to put people over. They get themselves over. And I think the best part about 10 years of this company is that there's always going to be people who think they are better than instead of less than. And the people that are less than are the ones that we weed out, we eradicate, and we get them out of here. And I'm going to do that, and 2TM is going to do that when we face Stars on Fire next week. 10 years of COH. I tell you, I've been here for all of it. Even when I wasn't here, I was here. And to see a company that I have been on the ground floor of with Lions, to build it to what we have now, and this is, completely out of character. I think that what we have here is special, what the team we have here is special, and the fact that we have been going on for 10 years is insane to me. When I told everyone that I was, stepping aside from booking, it felt like a change that, it happened, of course, but a change for the better because it's only going to make the product better. And that's what people like me and Lions want. Lions, I don't think you get nearly enough credit for, what you've done to help get COH here. I mean, we can cut out a few things. Final deportation, and a few others.
Wow, yeah.
That we can get rid of. But what you've done with this product has been something that's been amazing, and you should get your flowers. That's all I have.
Well, I'll get them when I'm dead. But Tone, it was an honor sharing the ring with you 10 years ago for our first match against each other in Code of Honor, and man, 10 years later, I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad to see you teaming up with 2TM and carrying this tradition on with new faces. This is great to see. But wow, you don't hear things like that every day, man. And for one thing is for certain, there's a tag match that I've got my eye on. Last week I said that they were the best promo I've ever heard in quite some time. They're in the top 5. But make no bones about it. They don't care what I think. They want to settle this once and for all. They want to have this matchup next week, and they're going to get it. It's going to be a tag team matchup. Gerard, Bowden, and Brooks team up, and what a glorious team that's going to be. A throwback, if you will, taking on Mamba and Crude, Perk Angle. It's going to be a tag match I thought would never happen. And we got Crude and Big Perk Mamba here in the building at the press conference.
I waited such a long time to explain. But, what happened last week is something that I really didn't want to happen. Even before Crude went out to Gorilla, I was trying to talk him out of it. I didn't want that to happen. But when time went on, when I listened to Brooks talk, I realized something. A lot of things he said really sound like the other people that betrayed me in the past. Oh, you are nothing without me. Doesn't that sound like a red flag to you? And that he really wanted to change his ways after his mentor got hurt. Let me give you the scenario. When Brooks told me to take out Jay Jones, when Crude and Brooks came out and helped me dispatch of Jay Jones, if Brooks threw me that chair and I said no, wouldn't Brooks do the same exact thing that Crude was doing right now? Wouldn't he? Wouldn't he have done that? I don't care about your answer anyway, so I don't know why I'm asking you, but newsflash, he would have. I don't know. It just feels like when it's his friends, he cares. But when it's my friends and I turn their back on them because I love this family that is called Team Perk Motherfucking Angle. It just irks me. It feels like red flag after red flag that I wasn't seeing because I loved him. He taught me so much, man. And I still hate that it has to come to this, but it has. Because, tonight, you saw Gerard was fucking beating my ass on the ramp. Brooks came out to help him. I wasn't doing shit. We were fighting. I was defending myself, if I'm being honest. Gerard was just beating my ass for no reason. Brooks comes out, thinks that I'm doing something, and I get jumped. And for the first time in my 20 years of living, I'm eating my Thanksgiving turkey. I'm eating my leftovers, holding my neck. But Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday, and it ends like that. I just can't believe it, man. Even when Brett said all that, Brett still hasn't gotten involved because he cares. And yet did Brooks just never care? Is this what I'm seeing? Does he like Revolt more than us? I guess now he does. I mean, he didn't even want to talk to me anymore. I mean, if I asked him, oh, what was Revolt doing back in the day? What was you and Gerard and whoever the fuck was in that faction? What were y'all doing? I'm pretty sure they were jumping people too. I'm pretty sure they were doing the exact same thing that we were doing. So I don't know why he would switch to Gerard when he was doing the same thing and he's trying to change his ways. It's just, I can't, man. And next week, Gerard, I hate you. I'm not conflicted about hurting you at all. I really just want to put you in the fucking dirt and kick you out the company again. But Brooks, if I have to rip off the fucking ring mat, if I have to do anything to put you down, I will. If I have to do anything to knock some sense back into you, I will. Because I thought you were family, man. You do this. You put me in so much mental turmoil. You know how much mental turmoil I've been in? And you put me in more? Because you want to go play catch up with your friend that didn't care about you for the last 2 years. Next week, I just need to end it all. I just need this to be over so I can focus back on getting to the world title again. I just don't know what to do anymore, man. Could you around? You want to talk?
Yeah, he's awfully quiet over there.
I don't
They're
got
hurt.
much to say. I got one thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
One thing to say to Jordan about it. Jordan, you brought up so many times when we talked about Bowden how you shared a roof with him. After what you did tonight, you could have put your hands on me. I don't care. You put your hands on Big Perk. Jordan, you may have shared a roof with Bowden, but that decade of honor, you're gonna share a grave with Bowden. That's what you did. TPA was us. It was me, Big Perk, Brett Curtis, and you. But you fucked it up. You messed it all up. I heard what Big Perk said. Big Perk, he would have took that chair. He would have beat it over the head of Jay Jones. He would have took that chair. He would have done whatever we asked him to do.
Mm-hmm.
But you and your ego, that's what it is. All of a sudden, this newfound pride, and you think you're the better man. We'll find out who the better men are. We will. But I'll guarantee you one thing, Lions. Decade of Honor, it won't be the end. It won't be the end. Jordan can break my arms. He can break my legs. I still have my teeth. And I'll crawl with him. And I'll scratch with him. I will bite his fucking head off for what he's done. And Brett, I am sorry. I am sorry for what has to be done. But it is too late. I'm sorry. It's too late. Lions. I'm done. I'm done playing these games. I'm sick and tired of having to bring up why I'm right and why Jordan's wrong. It doesn't matter who's right and wrong anymore. It's about who survives. It's about who survives this match we have. You know damn well. I will do anything for TPA to keep it running, to keep it alive. Big Bird, let's get out of here.
Thank you for joining us, Perk Angle. And man, oh man, a box office tag match, one of the biggest tag matches we've ever had. It's going to happen at Decade of Honor. And before we head over to Swift one last time to talk about Oliver Windsor, let's talk about a world title match that a lot of people got their eyes on. Because definitely Mike Rummy might have that world championship. You know, he stole it from Hunter Quinn last week. But, you know, they say what's the phrase, Hunter Quinn? What is the phrase, possession is 9/10 of the law? Like, what do you think about him stealing that world championship? You haven't yet to talk about it because last week, there was no hard mic. What's your opinion on that? What happened last week?
Mike Remy, he doesn't even want to look me in the eyes. He steps in that ring with me. Every single time he has shown up, it's been from behind. He always wanted to get the last laugh even when I least suspected it. After I lost to Leon Stark, he came out of nowhere, attacked me, and made himself known that he wanted this championship. And then after the tag match against Quackspiration, he did it once again, and he took something that isn't his. He took something that belongs to me, top of the food chain. That title has been synonymous with me during his entire run. There may have been that little speed bump in the road when Swift held it, but it always came back to me. And that is exactly what will happen next week. Next week, I will make Mike Roman pay, and I will send him back to the Ammo Dojo and a shell of his former self. Hell,
Not so fast, Hunter Quinn. I got an update for you. Pardon the interruption, but Mike Rummy has made a deal. You want to know what the deal is? He's an honorable guy. That's why we like him here at Code of Honor. One of my good friends, and he says that tomorrow night, if you're willing to do the deal, he'll give you the championship back before Decade of Honor.
I mean, it is something that belongs to me, and what belongs to me should be with me.
Are you willing to take the deal?
As long as he doesn't try something like he has in the past, I'll do it. As long as he steps in that ring with me, looking me in the eyes like a fucking man, I will be there.
Well, let me get into my best Teddy Long impersonation, okay? Well, the deal is, you're going to have to step into the backstage pass match with the Soul Taker!
What?
You can face an Enigma Soul in a backstage pass match, and if you survive Enigma Soul, you'll get your World Championship matchup. Not matchup, you'll get your world title before the match happens at Decade of Honor. If not, he'll just leave the championship in the Ammo Dojo until the match happens.
Now, I have a quick question for you, Lions.
Yes.
What the hell is a backstage pass match?
Well, get ready for it because it's tomorrow night. Just be backstage on the top of the ledge. Soul will be there.
Okay.
Well, hopefully you get your belt back tomorrow, big man. You got a big title match with Mike Rummy at Decade of Honor. That's right. He must survive Enigma Soul to get the championship back in the backstage pass match. And Swift, that's not the only hoops we're jumping through because you were notified that Windsor has some hoops that you got to jump through tomorrow night.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what these hoops are, but I can say, first of all, a backstage pass match, and I have to go through more hoops. What's going on with Overdrive here? What is this mess? What is this?
Well,
what am I doing?
Trust me, I think you have better odds than Hunter Quinn tomorrow night, but still, it's a bit of shenanigans if you ask me. Windsor has forged a contract tomorrow night. It's a Black Friday sale matchup. Now, you're going to have Wolf and Baltimore by your side. It's like a lumberjack setup, but you're going to be taking on Blackheart tomorrow night.
Oh.
One-on-one with Chase Owens and Windsor also at ringside. But that's not the only thing. Weapons will be already inside the ring, and you must start on the outside of the ring to begin the match.
Wait, so... What? Wait, what? Why? What is this?
If you beat Blackheart, you remain #1 contender. If you lose, that contendership goes to Blackheart.
Wait. So you're telling me the contendership that I rightfully deserve from the man who is proclaiming that I have a son and is proclaiming to adopt my proclaimed son. I have to fight Blackheart just to even get a match with Windsor. What is this mess? Who made this deal? Was this you, Lions? Was this you? This
is out of my hands, buddy. This is all Windsor. Windsor signed one of the biggest deals in Overdrive, and he's making you jump through hoops.
Listen, I know the World Cup is on, but he doesn't need to make it flop again like this. My God, listen, I know he's scared of losing that championship, and I know he's afraid of fighting me. This is why he made this matchup, just to make sure that he might not have a chance of facing me. And you know what? I'm fine facing Blackheart. I've faced Blackheart many of times. In fact, the last time I think I faced him, yikes.
You took out his eyeball, and he still hasn't forgotten that. He's here right now.
I knew this was happening again. Hey, VH, how's it going?
Oh, man, does it feel good to face you. Oh, I can't wait to rip you fucking inside out, Swift. I don't even care. I don't give a damn about Windsor. I've just been wanting this for so goddamn long. You don't understand how long I've been waiting for this moment.
You know, Blackheart, I don't think you understand how long I've been waiting to get my hands on Windsor for. Can I just remind you of something? When we went in our last match, when it was eye for an eye and I ripped your eyeball out, let me tell you why I did that. It was because I had to get through you to move on to my next step of facing Liam Mercer. And guess what? I retired that man. And right now, I want... Yeah, that's right, I retired Liam Mercer. And all I want to do right now is get my hands on Oliver Windsor and Blackheart. That is my main goal. And you're in my way once again. So let me tell you, I don't regret it the first time, but if you get in my way, I wouldn't be afraid to make you blind. Windsor, I know you're listening out there. Apparently you didn't have the balls to show up to this press conference, that's fine. You see, the graphics already made right there. It's Ryan Swift versus Windsor for the North American title next week. Because I'm not worried about this match, I know I'm going to go in and I'm going to destroy Blackheart like I did last time. But Windsor, you want to make my life a living hell. You want to make up all these stories, host your TV shows, say, oh, look at this, I went to India and found his son. Ha ha ha. When we all know I'm a virgin, first of all. And second of all, that is not my kid. I don't know what kind of game you're trying to play out here, but let me tell you something. The minute I beat Blackheart and the minute I step into Decade of Honor, 10 years of COH and fight you for that title, there's two things I'm going to do. One, I am taking that championship from you and I will become the North American champion. And two, whoever the hell you got to play Ryan Swift under that little shitty bag of theirs, I'm going to rip off the bag. I don't care if they're 1 year old and I don't care if they're 90 years old. I am going to kick their head off because I do not have a son and I do not appreciate these lies you're making up about me. Windsor, you fucked up. You don't fuck with me. Daniel Lyons knows that. Ask him how WrestleCade was 2 years ago. You don't fuck with me, and that's what you wanted to do. Windsor, you are going to pay the price. Whether it's you or Ryan Swift, I do not care. I am going to leave by kicking your fucking head in. And I will be the North American champion, and then I'll make my own TV show. You know what? Why don't I do that? Let's make Swift TV, and maybe I'll have a little secret of my own with my championship and get a little shitty set while I'm at it. And Ivan, I will book a special hotel room just for you. And
come on, keep her out of this.
Oh, what do you mean, keep her out of this? He's pretending to have my son, and you think I'm going too far? Mate, this is ridiculous. The things that these people try to do to me, like, it's getting insane. Notorious pretty much kidnapping me. What did you do to me, Lions? You fucked up my dad, almost killed him twice. And now this guy is trying to proclaim I have a son, and is trying to adopt him. This is getting out of hand. I'm not taking it. I'm sick of it! I'm sick of the lies! And you know what? If anyone wants that stupid, shitty little fucking Indian kid, take him! He's not mine! He's not mine! I'm so sick of this!
You're going too far. I can see why the courts have agreed with Windsor on this loophole deal.
What freaking loophole?
You're getting ahead of yourself. You gotta beat Blackheart for the title to be on the line. You're still facing him regardless. But you gotta beat Blackheart for that title to be on the line, so... Maybe you should be careful. Blackheart's still mad. He's still angry.
Oh, I know when Blackheart is angry, trust me. But I can assure you he's more afraid of me being angry. You see that little glass eyeball over there? It's cute. It's cute, mate. Listen, you're between me and Oliver Windsor. Blackheart, I'm not gonna hold back.
Afraid of you, because you know why. Let's be honest and let's be real here. Because you want to know why Oliver is so after you? Because he doesn't trust you. Because you've sowed so much mistrust within this company. No one fucking believes any single bit of the shit that comes out of your fucking mouth. You are one of the most lying, thievingest pieces of shit I have seen in this company. And there's lying to here for God fucking sakes.
Whoa, leave me out of this.
Any fucking thing.
You know, I don't quite understand what I did so wrong. Listen, I know I took your eyeball out, but let's be honest. You agreed to that match, and you weren't exactly the most innocent person in the world. So I don't know why this hate's coming towards me when I've done nothing but defend this company no matter what. And this show next week is a 10-year celebration of a company I've helped build. I have done nothing but support these people, support this company. And I know you've done the same thing, Blackheart, but for you to sit there and criticize me... Yeah.
You know, that's people's own paychecks. You want to sow mistrust like that? Remember that? You want to remember all this type of stuff?
Oh, you know what? No, I won! I won!
I know your financial records too.
Why do you even have that? What are you trying to? What is this guy
How did you
trying
get a
to
hold
do?
of that? Whoa. We had officers here. We might need them again. But Swift, last words for Windsor. You know you're facing them, whether it's a title match or not. Decade of Honor. Last words for Oliver Windsor.
You want to make this all about family, Windsor? I'm gonna show you what family is. And that's punk kicking you in the fucking face. And that little stupid kid, I'm gonna throw him into the nearest river. I do not care anymore. I do not care anymore. None of you guys are innocent in this. Windsor's making up lies. That kid is making up lies. There's probably a 50-year-old behind the bag. I do not care. Windsor, that stupid little Indian kid, I do not care. I will walk in, I will grab the gold, and both of you will not be walking out of the building. And you can put that one on Windsor TV. Hey, Ivan, how you doing?
Well, good fight. Good night. See you at Decade of Honor next Thursday night. 2 world title matches and a lot more in store. Thank you for joining us.